About cooking chicken, especially breast. Some people say it's getting dry or it's not soft enough. Well, from my experience, if I had special orders from students, I usually steam. I like to steam breast because if you cook, the boiled one, if you boil it doesn't taste good. You can, I guess, put on a pan, but you need to look for temperature. Like if you work at commercial kitchen, you better have right temperature. It should not be undercooked. So for chicken, it should be 165 for 15 seconds. So if you see 165, you wait a little bit. It would be considered as cooked. So many times a chicken I had breaded. So basically you put in wheat, in flour. You put in flour, you season flour. So you put in flour, or you put in egg and flour. So basically you need to seal, in some sense you need to seal it. What else you can do is you can marinate. Many times they at our kitchen we had to marinate overnight. So we had a big container, and because of many students, prep cooks were putting pieces inside of certain marinade. It should not be strong because like in case of soy sauce, you need to mix with water. It should not be like super strong, otherwise it will be too salty. So in case of marinade, you put some marinade in some water. So it should not be like completely overpowered. Now, if you just cook on the pan like I do today, what you do is you basically brown. On high temperature you brown, and then you reduce temperature to medium and just cook for some time until it will reach 165. So that's how I cook. I usually go with internal temperature. Many times at commercial kitchen, if I put inside of the oven, I put chicken for like 35 minutes because I have a lot of pans. I have huge load. When you have huge load, it is like required more time. So if I have chicken like that, many times we had with skin on. When you have skin on, that fat around the skin, it will protect from drying. Plus you have marinade. So after all, it will be drier, but because of you have marinade and skin on, it comes out good. It's not dry. Like if you put chicken on a grill, it will be a little bit dry too, but you don't need to wait forever. Chicken has a tendency to, like if you boil, it will fall apart fast and it will be dry fast. So for me, the best way, I just look for 165 and I will stop wherever it comes to. If it's 165 Fahrenheit, to me it's good, and I wait for some time just to rest, I guess, for the chicken. Many times we open the oven, but we don't remove, so it will rest kind of slowly. And plus, pans are too hot to carry, so we just open the oven a little bit. Now I cook right now chicken, so I will show you. I just cook on 165. Now when you reach 165, you can stop, and it's not gonna be dry. if you wait after 165, if you wait, like if you keep cooking, then it will be dry. So let's see how it's going. So I need to wait a little bit, maybe another 5 minutes, and then that's it, I'm done. It's good way to bake chicken. Sometimes in commercial ovens they have a certain setting bake, and you bake chicken. Normally baked chicken is not really dry. I do like. Sometimes you can have settings on commercial oven. You have settings like partly steam. So you cook and partly steam, so it will not be dry. So I guess if you incorporate steaming into cooking, that would be good. Otherwise you can try steaming, or what you can do is, if you like moist inside, you can brown and then you steam. You put something on the bottom of the pan, a little bit of stock or water, and at low temperature it will steam. I have a steaming rack. I can steam inside of the wok actually. So anyway, basically if you don't want hot, you need to add steaming. Now some people make like fish, they make inside of the foil. So if you like fish don't be dry, the moisture don't disappear, you put inside of the foil with herbs. You put inside of the oven, not oil. You put inside of the oven, and then you have certain minutes. It will bake, or oven kind of settings. At the same time, the moisture will not disappear. So basically, you need to protect moisture to disappear in order for fish or chicken to be moist. Many times at commercial kitchen, if we put inside of big pan, like aluminum big square pan, we can put like certain meat, and then we cover with the foil. It may be a very little bit small like opening, but in most cases we cover with foil. So basically when you cook, the moisture don't disappear, or if disappear, just very little bit, then it will be good. Like especially like for a long time, like for like roast beef, like 6 hours. After 6 hours, if you don't have water, that beef will be completely dry. So for you to control it, you basically need to cover with the foil. And if you have small hole, it's okay, but in general, you just need to have covered. But you don't boil. You just put a little bit of water on the bottom, on stock. But the rest, it would be like hot air. but it's not allowing for moisture to disappear. That's how you can have juicy meat, not dry meat. So let me see after 5 minutes how it's gonna be. It's good. So it's okay. It looks fine to me. Again, if you want moist, you can brown and then kind of steam, because there is a setting, it's called combi. Combi, it means partly steaming. So if you cook chicken with steam, then it will be moist. When you steam like that, if there is fat from the chicken, it will drop to the water. So for people with special diet, reduced fat, or people who do not like to gain more weight, kind of trying to keep low on fat. So this way, when you have rack, be it for steaming or even if you put like inside of the oven, if you have like rack, so the fat can drop under the rack, that would be good for health. So in case of oven, you would have baking sheet, kind of deep baking sheet, and you put special rack on top, and when you have chicken cooked, the fat will drop. Because when I was a cook, that's what I was using, and many times if you put rack and later you see so much fat, so much kind of strange stuff underneath of that rack. So you basically take the chicken and rack and the baking pan go to washing or dishwashing. So now I'm trying to steam chicken, so I'm gonna steam to internal temperature at least 165. Normally when you steam, it doesn't become dry, so it takes time, but let's see how it's gonna be. So you see some fat and some junk that dropping to the water. So I will brown right now. So what do I think? I think if you want completely soft, you just steam it. You don't need to brown. If you brown, it will be harder. So this one, steamed and browned, is better than use just the pan. Like the previous I had like on a pan without steaming. That was kind of more dry. And this one is better. I think, me personally, I'm okay just with steamed. I don't need to really brown. And if you steam, you can even remove the skin because it will not be dry. That's all I can say. Happy cooking. Bye.